I think we're ready to go. Welcome on in, everyone. Hope you're all doing good today. We're going to get started in a moment here, but before we begin, do we want our, I guess, everyone to introduce themselves. I'm Ecdycis. I do a lot of horror games. Hope you're doing good. And how about we get a quick couch introduction here?
Hi, I'm Carcy.
Hi, I'm KatLink.
Hi, I'm Nally.
Alrighty. Anyway, before we begin, we do have a quick setup we have to do. I'll call when time begins. One, I want to say before we do anything, thank you all for hitting this bonus game. I hope you have a wonderful time. And I guess we get a trick right in the beginning of the game. Actually, we were rebooting the game because we have something called RNG manipulation. If I do a very particular setup, I will know everything in this game. So let's see. Okay. This game is very, very particular.
It really, really is.
So the trick at hand is by letting these menus boot the way they are. And beginning like that, I'm going to have a very particular seed. Anyway, if we're ready to go, we can get started in, let's count down, everyone. 3, 2, 1, go! Alrighty. We now have Silent Hill 2. To start things off, we have our first trick of the game. We're going to be using the game save feature on the PC port to allow us to bypass a lot in this game. Normally you'd have to grab a map. We're not going to do that. We use the game save to just avoid it entirely. It saves minor amount of time, and we're saving a lot more time as we go. The game save function is going to allow us to bypass a lot of game mechanics. One notable one such is stamina. And you're also going to be seeing it quite a lot as we play.
Yeah, I want to guess you're going to be saving over 1,000 times?
Definitely, yeah.
Yep.
Like these numbers are going to get incredibly high. I'm matching it on my, I guess, X button on this controller. I'm using an Xbox controller. It is going to be a lot. Like normally I'm like somewhere in like the 2,500 range. If you want to guess how many saves at the end of this, I guess you can win a prize or something, right? You can have something fun with that. Not an actual prize, but you can feel good about it. Anyway, we're going to hit a very minor trick to start things off. What we're going to be doing is we are going to be mashing start here. I didn't get it. It saves a second if you get it. It's really minor, but it's kind of cool that you can save a very minimal amount of time. While we're just running into the town, one important thing to talk about is this category of Silent Hill 2 is something that's going to be very new. Silent Hill is not really known for hard speedrunning. Hard mode difficulties are something that you don't quite see a lot in speedrunning. So what is hard? Hard is going to be hard action and hard riddle or puzzles. So we're amping up the difficulty on everything. Normally on 80%, you pretty much one-shot things, go scene to scene. In this difficulty, we're going to be doing a lot. We're going to be doing a lot of combat, a lot of really everything. As well, we're just be running into the town for right now, so how about a quick donation?
Absolutely. Also, we are only $100 away from the dog ending, which is amazing. I have $50 from Tuscan Sandman, longtime watcher and donator, first time being at GDQ in person. Had to donate while two of my favorite runners were on stage. Good luck, Ek, and hi, Kat from a frequent lurker. Thank you so much for your donation. And also, we hit the dog ending.
All right, that works perfectly. Sweet.
Good dog, good dog.
All right, we're definitely going to route that in, and right now we're going to be introduced to one of the more prolific game save tricks. We're going to be using the fence there because there's no reason to go back. I'm going to look for Mary. You can see for a while this text is to be held up. As long as I push game saved, I'm going to be able to keep that there the whole time. And this is going to have a variety of neat effects. It's going to break the game entirely. Before we go into that, I'll have Kat explain that in a moment. But the reason why this exists is because I'm playing on the 2001 PC port. It came out a little bit after the original game, and it was faster development. So they kind of threw in a quick save, quick load feature that wasn't really tested, and that's why it works. The game is great. It just, when you add in a feature that's just not tested as much, you lead to things like this. This isn't intended. This is just, how it goes.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so what does this all do is the question.
So normally you would have to go get the wooden plank, which would also get the radio. So what this effectively does is allows Ek to skip this entire phase. It saves about, I think, 1 minute and 20 seconds or so?
Roughly that, yeah.
Yeah. So right there would be the cutscene and would push James to go in that direction towards the blood. But instead, we just go straight to an alleyway, pick up a key, and away we go. And you can hold it for however long you want, really. It gets rid of items, enemies, and as well as some cars, maybe.
Yeah, we can see a magic trick. See, right now, you see nothing, and there's going to be like a little shout on the left. Oh, hey, look, a car. just spawns in, you know. Oh, there it is. Found
There's my car.
Yeah.
It's like that movie, Dude, Where's My Car?
Until Ak actually stopped game saving for a minute and spawned in that car right there, the game effectively thought that it was still stuck in the checking the fence event from which we started storing the text. So to that end, with James still being able to move, we were able to bypass all these triggers and just go.
Yeah. And right now, we got the key to the apartments. We're going to be entering the first, I guess you call it like, what, a dungeon location? I don't ever know in horror games because, like, it's a set piece or something, right? I don't know, what do you call them, dungeons?
I suppose so.
Yeah, it could be.
You could say that.
Also, there's a lot of food in Silent Hill, and they have like a lot of Italian and Mexican food in this place. Like, I've looked at a map, and like you have like Big J's. There's like a few other places.
Sounds like my kind of place, honestly.
Yeah, you know, if this place wasn't actively trying to kill you, I think it would actually be a pretty nice little spot to go for a vacation.
Apparently he was vacationing. That's the plot of the game, right? He came over with his wife, and then, you know, monsters came, so maybe he's not so happy. I mean, it's deeper than that, but that's the gist of it. Anyway, we're officially in the apartments. We're out of the intro. Alrighty, so for hard mode, I'm actually grabbing that drink early. We're going to get a lot of different routing than normal because we're going to need a lot of resources. One of the big reasons why is because there's going to be a lot more enemies. This should be an enemy right over here. We're going to want to ignore him. These guys are going to be in the way. We're going to have a few different strategies to deal with them, one of which is the management of light. Light in Silent Hill, obviously, we get to see. That's good. But the enemies see. And like, you know, a lot of gamers, they're afraid of the light, so they will attack us immediately. So what we want to do is, if we're running past them, we just don't have the light on. We want to turn that off. Also, another minor thing about this game is, I don't know how many of you played Super Smash Bros. Brawl, but this game has tripping. On hard mode, it is exclusively tripping. So, I bet you're wondering, how do we deal with this? Game saving actually fixes that problem. For some reason, I found out that if you mash game save indoors, you will never actually trip. It just removes the ability to do so. I can show in a moment what it looks like, maybe. It's every time I try showing it off, it's like, oh, nope, it's not happening. He's lying. But let's see if I can get like right here, maybe. Yeah, see, look, that's what the tripping looks like. If it looks like I'm not doing anything, we're doing that. By the way, I remember to equip the gun in practice. I forgot to do this, and it was sad. We skipped that guy's scream, and I'm actually doing a minor thing here where I need to reboot in the game by just aiming. And hey, look, he's red. He's there.
Yeah. There he is.
Wow, look at that.
Hi, Pyramid Head.
If I don't do that, the door doesn't actually activate. Anyway, right now, let's talk about that RNG I mentioned earlier. So this is actually the first run at a GDQ or SGDQ. I did show this off at GDQX and this category. However, for I guess, you know, AGDQ, SGDQ, physical like just GDQ events, this is the first time Silent Hill has been shown since the discovery of RNG manipulation. I talked about earlier that I will know everything, and I quite actually mean that for the game. Based on the clock timer, I'm going to have a certain frame. This frame is going to have every single puzzle answer tied to it. They can be good numbers or bad numbers. The starting position is what matters. The answer will always be 9:10 for the clock. However, the starting position can be good or bad. Hopefully we'll get good. What do y'all think we're going to get?
I say it's because it's a marathon, it might be bad, but I'm hoping for good.
I'm feeling good.
And it's bad. It is really bad.
Oh, no.
I got
is
245.
horrendous.
245. Okay. At least you know what time we're at. We're on 245. We are most likely going to be on, I'm going to say a number here. It's going to be a bit meaningless to a lot of you. However, for me and the couch, it will mean something. We are likely on 23.
23, okay.
So, C23, well, the way I booted the game was very particular. I let the intro screens roll out, but then afterward, I started mashing the button to immediately get in the game. By starting as soon as possible, I normally end up around frames 20 to 30. I don't normally frame count, but I literally just have a list of like, oh, here's numbers, and I correspond these to these numbers. I call them seeds. Everyone calls them seeds. Anyway, you'd use this cutscene to find out what seed you're on, but since you already did that, we're on 23. I'm going to ask my couch later about this number, and you know, if you want to play along at home, will you remember the number 23?
See, I find singing helps me, but I'm not going to sing right now.
Are you going to sing 23? What kind of song is that?
I don't know, 2, 3, 2, 3, and then I just remember. I don't know.
That's fair. That's fair. Anyway, right now, we're going to be kind of making our way back to the other part of the apartments. The apartments are very much oh, hey, there's several locked regions, and we're going to be undoing these. We also have one of the like comical areas of Silent Hill that everyone expects, where we have the infamous juice puzzle, which I guess the common question is, what juice do you think it is?
It's definitely tomato juice.
Well, I'll say right now, the package is red. I heard someone in the crowd say orange.
It's orange, I think, isn't it?
I think it's like, I don't even know. You know what? I don't know. What?
It's Red Bull.
There we go.
We go. They got it. They got it.
Okay, we got it.
That's
Anyway, we're going to take this juice and we're going to be getting the first of our 3 puzzles of the coins. The coin puzzle is the ultimate end goal for the apartments. Every area in this game is going to have like, oh, you have to solve a puzzle to leave. This one's going to be the coin puzzle, which is going to be really easy when we get there. Anyway, there's our case of juice. We're going to drop it back down and we're going to be getting the other 2 coins here.
Our case of Red Bull.
Oh, sorry, the case of Red Bull. How could we forget? As well, there's going to be another minor skip that was found a while back. It's going to be pretty fun here, but you can actually use the game save feature when you grab items and during like little cutscenes like this, and we'll be able to move in the dark. And hey, look, I was already partway to that door by the time we did that. I think Punchy infamously called that like what's just passing the hedge or something like that. It had a name about the hedge. I don't remember, but it was there. I mainly remember game saving. I still have that sign in my room, by the way. Like years ago in like, what, 2019. Yep, Punchy did a run of Silent Hill 2 at GDQ, and there was a sign. I left that at home. It is in my room because I was not thinking this was going to get pulled from backup. But you know what? Here we are.
Surprise, surprise.
All right, so something we haven't really talked about much yet that should come up is the idea of ammo routing. On hard mode, we need more ammo. Surprisingly enough, things take longer to kill, and we're going to be grabbing some bullets right here. Normally, you would route the bullets in differently. However, we're going to be using these bullets right here for some additional shots. We're going to need this for our first boss, which is coming later, and we'll talk more about what that means. But just understand right now, the bullets I'm grabbing are very particular. If we do not have these bullets, what will happen is I will have to like wander in a room for like, what is it, like 5 minutes?
About, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
That's long. We don't want to do that. So make sure you get the proper ammo, right? Anyway, we're going to make our way over to the next apartment. How about we throw in a quick donation?
Absolutely. I have $222 from Game Saved that says, Game Saved.
Well, yeah, look, they're on the screen right there.
Game saved.
Thank you so much for that
Game
donation.
saved. Alrighty, so now we're on the other side of the apartments. We have our game save as always. By the way, you get more game save on hard mode just because I have to do it in every single room of the game.
I'm starting to think that your saves are going to be over 2,000.
Oh, I usually am like 2,000.
Over 9,000?
I think in practice I had one that was 2,700.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
We get some handgun bullets there, and we're getting the last of our coins. As well, we're going to be having a neat little change up in the run, but a lot of people wonder, oh, do you play on keyboard and mouse, or do you controller? Both. So all my movement has been on controller because that gives us a wider range of motions. If you play it on keyboard, you only have like 8 directions. This have a lot more. But for things like this in the cursor, I'll be going over to the mouse. The answer will be gold 5, silver 2, and snake 4. I'm also pushing start in between these because that allows me to get to the input of the coins a little bit faster. It's a very minor technical thing we do. It saves time. A lot of this adds up over time. A lot of horror games are like, oh, you do these really minor things. And then surprisingly enough, they add up to like 20 minutes or something. And it's kind of wild. Anyway, we got the key immediately. I hope I picked up the key there, actually. I'm also memory may have just defeated me. I'll have to do a walk of shame if I didn't, but hopefully I did.
We'll find out.
Wait, did I? I did, okay. Sometimes you forget.
Try to keep you on your toes.
Exactly. Anyway, we're going to be hitting the first boss right now. We got the apartment stairway key, and this boss fight is going to be an absolute blast, literally. So, here's what's going to happen. This is probably one of the most famous fights in Silent Hill. This is the Pyramid Head fight. What we're going to do is walk into him. If my couch wants to count with me, we need to count 4 times. We're counting the ammo clips. We're going to walk into him and just shoot him in the face. Anyway, 1.
1.
For some reason, walking into him like this just prevents him from ever attacking you. He wants to walk up to you to hit you more.
2.
This way, he just will never attack me. He is constantly in a stasis, but you need to hit him a lot. Luckily, every hit will be hitting him 3.
3.
7.
7. No, not 7. This is 3.
23.
Oh, no, that's the wrong number. Different numbers. Anyway, 4.
Four.
Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And dead.
Yay, bye, Pyramid Head.
See ya.
Yep, he never even did.
Bye,
We just kind of
mister.
just walked into him the whole time, and he was so intimidated by us, he got tired of it.
And that does work on every every difficulty. You just walk into him and just shoot him, or bonk him in the head with a plank.
Which I don't think anyone ever expected you. All right, hey, how do you do this boss fight? Walk into Pyramid Head and shoot him like 45 times.
You gotta assert dominance. That's how you do it.
I mean, I feel like if someone shot me 45 times in the face, I would probably leave too if I was alive, right?
You know what? I had enough of this. I'm out of here.
Exactly.
Worst party ever.
And we're out of the apartments and we're able to make our way to the next part of town. This is like the part of the game that's like, oh, let's introduce everyone to characters. You're gonna like a cutscene with Laura. You're gonna see the park, and James is actually gonna do a little magic trick here for us. So normally, cutscenes will slow us down, but there's some cutscenes in this game that are a little bit more, let's say, malleable. They're more breakable. James is gonna be like really interested in the sign, the Rosewater Park, and we're just gonna run away.
Goodbye.
See
Is that
ya.
park? Mary. Mary.
Are you here, Mary? Are you in the void?
Okay, there. Oh yeah, we just can keep running during that. The game save just bye. And then we get Maria. She's an escort mission, but she also is like the world's greatest escort mission because you don't ever have to care about her. Like in other games, it's like, oh, make sure they don't die. Make sure you keep them with you. Like if you ever played Silent Hill 4, Eileen you have the babysitter and like make sure she's close. Maria will just, you're all the way on the other side of the map. She'll just immediately teleport to you no matter what you do.
Which is nice.
And since all you fine people donated for this, we'll now be grabbing a very important item.
Good dog, good dog, good dog.
Right over here, if you've been in the game at least once, there will be a dog key. We'll be using that for a special ending at the end of this game. We'll be playing that after the run is officially done. I'll make a save, during the run where we get that, but we do need to grab the key. And just showing everyone we got the dog bone key. Yeah.
Woo!
Right now, we're grabbing the steel pipe. If we don't grab that, the game will soft lock. Earlier, we talked about skipping the wooden plank. We don't have a melee weapon. There's a part of the game that requires a melee weapon, and that is the only one we can grab on hard mode. Right now, as well, I think just for a little fun on this run, I imagine a lot of you are fans of Silent Hill 2. And there's probably one thing you do want to see. And yes, we'll do it. Let's see what Eddie's up to. I also have like a hair in my mouth, so it's like the perfect time actually. Luckily we did route time in for this, so we'll be good.
Also, while we're seeing what he's up to, we are only $1,542 away from hitting $250,000 raised. Ooh. We are incredibly close.
So what kind of pizza do you think Eddie has?
Oh, it's got green on there.
It's green.
It's got green on there, honey. I don't know. I'd say, I forget what the type of pizza is.
Margarita?
Margarita, maybe? I don't know. It looks
also,
good.
I want to point out right now, Eddie never eats the pizza. He just like jams it in his face.
Is that her name?
He doesn't take bites.
This town is full of monsters. How can you sit there and eat pizza? So I'm by yourself. Forget you.
All right, there we had a little bit of fun. People like the pizza cutscene. We'll play the pizza cutscene. Fun fact, by the way, this lets us talk more about Silent Hill 2 for a second. Cutscenes actually don't count against the in-game timer. For leaderboard rankings, Silent Hill 2 has a very sophisticated timer. So loads don't count against you. Many of the game's cutscenes do not. So sometimes, you need to adjust something on the background. You can actually let a cutscene roll out, and then it doesn't count against you. We did account for this for the estimate, so I'll say it right now. We're not we're not going to hopefully mess up too much because of that. But I thought it'd be fun to show off. Oh, there we go. As well, this is gonna be like 2 rooms for the Heaven's Night bar. However, something very important. Health routing. There's a med kit right there that I need. There's a good few med kits in the game. We're not gonna be able to grab all of them, nor are we going to, because that would take a lot of time. So we try mainly to grab the ones that are immediately available. As well, the next section can get a little bit dicey, so we want to make sure that we're going to be nice and good coming up. And there we are. We are now in the hospital. So with the hospital, we have a lot going on here. We're going to be having a puzzle called the 4-lock box. This is going to have 2 keys and 2 codes. The keys are always in the same spot, but in the past, the codes are actually randomized. So, but, you know, with randomized codes and the ability to just decipher that immediately, my couch ideally might know what the numbers are, what that number I said earlier was.
23.
23.
There we go. It was 23 because we had the 2:45 clock. That's not going to mean a whole lot. I think Carcy might have his laptop.
I do not.
Oh, okay.
Actually.
Either way.
You said, yeah, you said it was okay, so.
I can tell you what the numbers are. As long as you remember 23, we're good. We're going to be getting the needle. We're going to be getting the shotgun. We're going to get some supplies. We have a lot of stuff coming up. I did a little loop-to-loop to avoid the nurse. The nurses hit pretty hard, so we don't want to get hit.
Yeah, they're not very nice.
We're getting some ammo there, along with the key. That is the second of the 2 mandatory keys. And now, funny enough, no matter how bad I played, as long as I didn't die, the health would actually be negligible for this part of the run. There's going to be some damage you are always going to be taking. Also, the answer to this is just the letter T.
I believe the hint for this puzzle is also, it's today, like this month's is T. This month's password is T.
What's the number answer? T, the letter.
Just T. Nothing else.
Exactly. Okay, you know, I don't think I took any hits, by the way, on the way here.
Yeah, you've been very lucky.
Okay, so we're now on the roof. We're going to be getting a cutscene that's going to take out all of my health. That's why it doesn't matter if you got hit or not, because you're always going to be ending up in the same amount of health. I do a slight pause so I don't trip. And now the numbers are going to be 6859 and 7833, if I did it right.
Crossing our fingers.
All right, let's see what we get. I hope we did it right. If I did not do it right, I'm going to have to do a walk of shame that I do not want to do. I always eat that hit. This nurse is one of the most aggressive nurses. This one's up in the air. It's probably going to hit me. Hits me. Let's go for a safety health just to be safe. These nurses will almost always hit you, but luckily there's a health drink in here. With the upcoming boss, I want to be very careful.
Are you sure you didn't need to use that save point right there?
Positive. We have an extra save, huh? Anyway, what are those numbers?
6859, 7833.
Let's see. And we're good.
Oh.
And what was the other one?
6859.
Thank you very much. Now I don't have to read. It's faster that way.
Let's go. The RNG work. Let's go.
So as a result of that, I have now solved a puzzle with numbers I have never seen in the game. I have no way of actually knowing those numbers, but luckily my couch is clairvoyant and just told me those numbers. Okay, so we're gonna be doing this really quick. We are full health, which is pretty nice. We get a hair, which he just finds a hair, I guess, there. We're also going to be doing another trick right now, which is going to be a little bit cheeky, but we're going to save in the elevator and then reload that save. That's going to skip all the time spent in the elevator. So James just sort of, I guess, teleports to the first floor.
He's magical.
And now we're going to be having probably one of my favorite fights in the game. I've spent a lot of time working on this fight. This is going to be the Flesh Lips. Anyway, if anyone on the couch wants to take it away, have at it.
Darcy, you want to go with it?
I'm good.
You're good? Okay. So Flesh Lips is basically you'll have these hanging bodies from the ceiling that have dangly feet. If they grab you, you have to wiggle out. So essentially, you just want to shoot them with the shotgun as many times as possible to stun lock them, back up a little bit, shoot them again until their feet raise. Now, once the second one is downed, a third one will appear. Now, if you were to take too long, the third one would appear anyways. So doing it as fast as possible so you don't have 3 of them at once is very essential.
By the way, I'm saying right now, they normally die from anywhere from 5 to 6 hits. I've had 2 kills with 5. I have not had a single ticket damage. And by the way, I think the fight's done. And that's a good, perfect fight.
That was perfect. Nice.
I have spent a lot of time with that fight. There's things like proximity. There's things like having the light on. They can kick you.
Yeah, the kick is awful.
Very well.
Yeah, that went
extremely well.
That was great.
So now we're in we're in the hospital, the Otherworld hospital. We're going to be doing the same trick at the elevator, but we can't abuse it too much. There are certain floors that if you try doing this, the game will actually soft lock, and that is really bad. So we're not going to do that. What we're going to be doing is we're grabbing a key there, and we're grabbing a med kit, because med kits are nice. That one's a really safe one. And then once we're in here, what I'll be doing is I will be saving it, but I'm not going to be loading it. For some reason, if you try loading the 3rd floor, and only this one, the whole game breaks. I mean, it is like really bad soft lock. Like nothing will work. You try going into a door, James just like forgets how to open doors. He's like, what's going on there? Never saw a door before. I don't know what that is. He just forgot how to do it. But luckily, we didn't do that, so James gets to have his memory live on for another day. As well, we get to see our favorite character again. She's back. She's been hiding behind this bookshelf the whole time. Yeah, I can't believe it's Maria from Dead by Daylight. No way.
No way. And James from Dead by Daylight?
Crazy.
I can't believe it. They showed up in this.
One of my favorite characters from Dead by Daylight.
So we're going to need a couple of rings. We get one of them from the bottom. We have Maria back. And I kind of talked to this earlier, that Maria is never really going to be a problem. She's just going to teleport wherever we need her to. She's like, oh, there she is.
Yeah, she just hangs out.
She'll be waiting in the back. She's not keeping up in speed. She's getting body blocked by the nurses. But you know what? That's fine. There's going to be like a radio show. But you know what? I don't like the radio. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to skip it.
Okay, bye.
I'm just going to load the game. You hear like a little bit of it. And then, no, James just like leaves the elevator. You heard the radio for 5 seconds and just teleported out of it.
Though I will say that Maria can die. She does have the ability to die if she takes too much damage. But thankfully, we're going in and out of rooms so quickly that it doesn't even matter.
All right, so this is pretty good so far. And we're actually coming up on the boss of this area. And I love telling you about this boss because this is a fun trick. I learned about this trick from a Silent Hill runner by the name of UFO Techie, who actually has ran Silent 2 many years back. And it was a pretty cool run. But he never did hard mode, but he never did hard mode at GDQ. But he ran hard mode, and there's a very unique trick you can do here that is actually exclusive to hard mode. So if you've ever done this, this is the part of the game where the Pyramid Head is going to chase you and Maria. And what happens is, she will just get wrecked like Kat said. She'll die immediately. So what I'm going to be doing is mashing the map button and the game save button a few times. Luckily, this is a pretty generous trick. And it's no longer game saved. Now it's Gantt saved.
Gantt saved.
Gantt saved.
Gantt saved. That is that's right there. You can't save here, but we broke the game, so I allowed myself to save and is overlapping the text. You can actually trip on these walls where I'm taking my time, but I have now prevented Pyramid Head from spawning while Maria isn't the fastest. She's able to keep up with us, and we are out of here. But wait, hold on. What's going on here? Wait. Because I broke the game doesn't have some interesting quirks.
Save anywhere!
Oh my god, wait. Oh wait, we're panicking. Oh, what's happening? Hold on. Oh no! Name undecided! Oh no! Wait, what was her name again?
Name undecided.
Parking lot!
Parking lot!
Oh,
parking lot, I miss you.
Well, parking lot is no longer with us, but you know what? We are out of the hospital, and that was a pretty good section, I'd say. Okay, so this is going to be a fun part of the game where we're getting told, okay, you need to backtrack all the way through the city. We need to get a wrench, and then we need to go to the park and grab a key with the wrench. There are some walks of shame if we get it wrong, but what's going to happen right now is a lot of running through a dark town. I will keep the light on so we can see. Really quick, we do need to leave the hospital, but this is going to be a fun moment here if you've been enjoying this run or been enjoying the events, because now is a wonderful time for donations. Nichole Goodnight, or fire away. We are running through here for a bit.
Oh my gosh, I have so many. I have $75 from Dolphin Chuck. Say, is that the guy from Dead by Daylight? I wonder what his special ability is in this game. Thank you so much for your donation. I have $250 from Cosmic Cow 99. Been waiting on this run all day. So excited. Ecdycis with Carcy, Cat, and Nally on the couch, and the greatest voice, Nichole Goodnight on the mic. Life is great. Good luck, have fun, everyone. Props to the tech crew. Hype, runner's choice for incentives. Thank you so much for your donation. I have $25 from Penguin with a gun. In my restless dreams, I see that town. Game saved. You promised you'd take me there again someday. And you did. Thank you, Ecdycis, for this wonderful run, and thank you to all who donated to bring us back to Silent Hill. Donation goes to Zelda 100%. Thank you again. I have $25 from Anonymous. Hard to see through all this dog. I see what you did there, and I appreciate it. Thank you. $25 from Geekish Gifts. So excited to catch yet another horror run by Ecdycis at AGDQ 2024. Even more excited that Silent Hill 2 made it to the stage again this year. Hey, Ecdycis, don't forget to save your game.
Oh, of course.
Thank you so much for your donation.
Go one more really quick, and then I'll have something to say.
Absolutely. $25 from Trash Cat. Hey, Ecdycis, I think you forgot to save your game.
Oh, of course. Well, luckily we have plenty of saves right now. So we're going to go back to fun donations in a moment. But neat quirk. Remember how earlier we talked about we skipped this like minute 20 time save by avoiding the blood? Mm-hmm. Well, blood doesn't exactly move. It doesn't go away, right? Like there's dried blood on the ground. If it moved, I'd be concerned.
Unless somebody washes it, it's not going anywhere.
There's no janitors in this town. There's like
exactly
nurses. It's all nurses.
Exactly.
Anyway, the point I'm making here, and that cutscene is still active, and we are backtracking to that part of the game as a result of the game's natural progression. So you may have noticed that we're currently doing the game saved. It's too dark to read the map. The reason why is because if I don't do this, the game, this blatant right in the middle of the game right now, the game would actually try to make me get the plank. At this point, I was like, oh, you didn't do the tutorial. Go get it. You have to. It's necessary. But we can actually just do that. We grab the wrench with our legs, because James just has hands coming out of his shins or something like that. And yeah, we're now back to action. We're going to be holding this for a little bit to avoid enemies. And now, Nichole, feel free to go again.
Absolutely. I have $45 from Sour Guppy Worm. Had to donate during my favorite game, Parking Lot. Thank you so much. I have $50 from Kate. Happy to make my first donation of the marathon. Thank you so much for your donation, Kate. $5 from James Saved. It says, James Saved. Oh, I mean, game saved. That's the one. Thank you so much. $33 from Honey Bunny. Happy to see Ek and other legends on the couch during waking hours for Silent Hill shenanigans. To celebrate my 33rd birthday next week, here's a donation. Kudos to the staff, runners, volunteers, chat, and crowd for putting together one of my favorite weeks of the year. Cheers. Happy birthday, and thank you for your donation. I have $25 from Sushi Elemental, donating 1 cent per save. Save the game and save the frames. Thank you so much for your donation.
I want to let you know right now I've started mashing the button faster. Sorry.
I didn't know we were doing this. Okay, don't worry.
All right, we got some saves. It's fine.
Oh, keep going?
Absolutely. I have a $1,000 donation from Caitlin Gadd. There is no comment, but
Woo! All right.
donation.
Let's go.
Let's go. I have $5 from Yugi Moo. Good luck to our king of Silent Hill. $50 from Altur13. Loved playing Silent Hill 2 as a kid. Good luck to Ecdycis on that run. Thank you so much for your donation. And as a reminder, we are only $299 away from $250,000 raised for Prevent Cancer Foundation. So keep those donations coming in. I have a $50 donation from Domina Harper. Always got to donate when Ecdycis is running. Donating towards StarCraft bonus mission to get more GDQ on the schedule.
All right, let me get one thing really quick here.
Absolutely.
So we have now finally used the wrench to grab the key. It is right there. You can miss that. And if you miss that and go all the way to the, what is it, the Tourist Society, I think it is? Mm-hmm. If you go all the way there, this is like a 2-minute run down the street coming up, so we'll have a lot more fun in a moment with the donations. But if I miss this, I would have to walk all the way back. And it is sad to just hold your head down, walk back, and then walk back. It's like 4 minutes time loss.
What did I miss?
But you know what isn't sad?
What?
We hit $250,000.
All right.
Go!
And feel free to read more donations.
Absolutely. I've got them for days. I have $10 from Ash. It says, hi all, I wanted to make my first donation into GDQ in honor of a beloved friend we lost to cancer for his favorite game, Silent Hill 2. Thanks everyone, and let's beat cancer. I'm so sorry to hear that, and thank you so much for your donation. I'm glad you could do it during a run that he loved. I have $50 from Aggressive T-Jaws. So excited for an Ecdycis run. Let's get this dog ending hype, which we did. I hope you're proud. Thank you so much for your donation. $25 from Tango. Let's go, Ecdycis and the Couch Gang. Best of luck on the run. Thank you so much for your donation. $25 from Be Strong. I'm such a fan of horror stories, and Silent Hill is one of the best. Happy to donate during this game. Good luck to Ecdycis. Horror hype.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
Thank you for all of that. We are finally in the Tour Society. We have finished running through the dark town of Silent Hill.
But wait, there's more.
We have the world's longest stairs. By the way, a lot of people think these stairs are infinite, and they're not. They're really long. There's a long model of stairs. Like, you just keep going down, which...
You know, I respect the effort.
It's fun. If you ever looked at the model, I think there's like a YouTube video from like Boundary Break or something. You can just... It's just long. It's just really long.
It takes a while to get down these stairs.
So,
Also, they moo. The stairs
Yeah.
moo.
they're sneaky. Really quick. How about we get one more donation while we're going down these long stairs?
Absolutely. I have a $50 donation from Silly Person that says, no parking lot, why?
Name undecided.
No, it was parking lot. It was decided.
Oh.
It was originally undecided, then they named her.
It was forest, then parking lot.
Well, our name is Forrest.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry,
sorry.
my sequence of events is a little off here.
It's all good. Now we're back in action. We grab medkit there for safety, and we're back to the run. We're kind of out of a lot of the movements there. We're trapped in a well, except we're not, by the red paper. You just hit a couple of times, and it will break. And now we get to do an interesting trick once again. So with the use of game saving and game loading, we're going to be bypassing one of the more annoying rooms in the game. A lot of you may know about the bug room if you're fans of this game, which the bug room is a room that normally when you pick up the key, your flashlight dies, you put in a battery you picked up earlier. However, we're not going to do that. Instead, while picking up the item, I have saved the game. I'll not be loading the game. What that does is the key is now on the ground. However, I've also duplicated the key. James has summoned a second key, and now I can just use it. And I can bypass one of the most annoying puzzles in the game very easily, and now we're in the prison. All right, there we go. And now the goal of the prison is going to be getting 3 tablets. This section's pretty fun to do. It's pretty easy. You just sort of run through, avoid the lying figures. They're going to be here. They can be a little bit aggressive. That's kind of why I've talked earlier about this, but flashlights are key. Being able to know when to turn that on and off is very, very important. And also, while there's a lot of cool lore stuff here, we're not going to be caring about that. Why? It's going to be a lot faster for us to just sort of run past it.
Ritual.
All right, we have one more of these really quick. It's going to be right over here. The worst thing that can happen is that the lying figures decide, hey, what if I just body block you? They can be really annoying, because the only way you're going to pass them is either by hitting them with bullets we don't have, or getting hit, which is the more likely of the two. Now that we got everything, we can get the grand puzzle, which is going to give us a reward, which this is like the most obtuse thinking. You have to like do a bunch of things to get like a horseshoe and like glue. But also, this game is actually pretty fun because you can actually hear the exact sound of me waking up this morning. I don't know how they programmed that in there. Just every morning, just that. Anyway, I was hitting game save during the middle of that, so I started moving. We got the horseshoe. We can make our way out of the prison now. Luckily, pretty good lying figure RNG. And we're going to be diving further and further into the hell that is Silent Hill. As well, while there is some safety health here, we're not going to need all of it. We can just get out of here by using the lighter. But there's like a lot of things. There's like an ampule in the room. You can see the med kit right there we could have grabbed. There's like a hunting rifle. But what we're going to be doing right now is a fun little trick. We're going to be using these items, and once this shows up, we hit game saved, load, and then the door automatically opened. There.
That's a neat trick, dude.
It is. And now we get to drop down more and more holes. We're just going to be dropping way down. So as we drop down these holes, we're going to be hitting one section that is going to be pretty fun, where we just wait for like a minute in an elevator. I will be doing some bullet reloads while I'm here with the pistol and the shotgun, but more importantly, we're not going to be doing a whole bunch. So Nichole, how about some donations?
Absolutely. I have a $100 donation from DJ Crab Hat. Game saved. Big ups, Ecdycis. Thank you for your donation. $5 from I've Been Trying to Love You. Did you save the game, or did the game save you?
Well, I can't take a picture. I wanted to take a picture of my phone, but my phone died.
Oh, no.
Well, if anyone wants to get a picture, go for it.
Well, you get that picture. I have $50 from me, Jessica. You had to have saved like at least 4 times by now.
I think it's an accurate number.
Yeah, maybe just about 4. Thank you for your donation.
Here, I'll do a quick, hopefully I do this fast. I'll be quick. Speed
I
running
believe
time,
in
right?
you. Speedrun selfie.
All right, smile. Carsey, lean in.
We gotta lean in.
Lean in, Carsey. I can't.
Over here.
All right. I do not have long arms. That was hard. That was really hard to manage. But you know what? We did it for the elevator ending. How about we get another donation?
I have $30 from Ryan that says, what do whales eat when the ocean is quiet?
What?
Silent krill.
Oh.
A, I can't believe this, but B, thank you so much. That's phenomenal.
All right, we're back now in the labyrinth. This part of the game is going to start hitting a little bit harder. We have a lot to cover. So first things first, we're going to be going on the left path first. This is going to bring us to some lower rooms. But the more important thing is, if you do not know this, there is a new game weapon you can grab that is very secret, but you can steal Pyramid Head's great knife. You'll no longer have it now. It's mine. When you walk, into someone and shoot them 45 times, I suppose you can take their great knife.
He retired.
He gave up and left it there.
You put him into retirement.
I mean, in all fairness,
hope you're proud.
But the way you move with that weapon is so slow. I've once ran a category, and it's like on my YouTube, and it's like 3.5 hours where you drag the great knife with the slowest movement speed, and it's truly awful.
It is painfully slow.
My tool actually broke here, so I'm hoping this is going to work. Let's assume it's side down. Oh my God, it was!
Actually?
Yeah,
First try. First try.
So normally you can manipulate that. I don't know what happened. The tool I'm using, if you're wondering what the tool is on the RNG, imagine having a piece of paper with the first 50 seeds written down and then just cross-referencing it. For some reason, the tool I'm using broke, so they're all showing the same thing, and I just took a wild guess, and you know what? It worked.
It looks like that was the answer, I guess.
You know what? I know. That was all skill. I definitely didn't get really lucky there. I mean, in all fairness, yesterday I ran Clock Tower and I got the worst RNG imaginable, so maybe this is the, hey, we'll throw you a bone today. Oh, it's the dog ending. Of course it's going to be, a bone.
Yeah.
It's all for the dog.
Exactly. All right, so we're making our way through the labyrinth. Casually, this section would be a lot tougher because you would get lost, and in the labyrinth is Pyramid Head. Luckily for us, since we know where we're going, you're not really going to see a lot, and while this does look pretty easy, there's a few things like shooting the sky, where if you don't shoot him enough times, he won't get out of the way. Which, hey, buddy, even if you shoot him the amount of times, apparently he wants to be on camera. So he didn't get out of the way anyway, but he didn't hit us, so that's good. He's better than Pyramid Head. He just, stayed there.
He's resilient.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Making way further through, it's mostly just going to be line figures trying to body block us here. However, we do have a boss fight skip coming up. It's going to be really easy. The boss of the labyrinth is going to be a boss called Abstract Daddy. Abstract Daddy is a fight where you are in a very small room. You need to, get hits in, and it's very, I guess, claustrophobic. Luckily for us, though, we do have the game save tech, so we'll merely just skip the trigger from existing, and hey, look, there we go.
It's too dark to read the map.
It's too dark for that boss fight, too.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is a 1 in 6 chance of me knowing what to do, and oh, hey, the answer's number 1.
Oh, that is also very lucky.
Yeah. Going back to the RNG manipulation, this is one of the many things. Normally it's randomized, but since we know the answer, hey, look, there it is.
And that's the one spot you want it to be in. It could be in any of the 6 spots, and that is the exact one you want it to be, because it's the closest to the door.
Exactly.
So very nice.
But it's always fun just to kind of oh, hey, see, I knew all the answers. Which, actually, fun story with how the RNG manipulator was discovered. Back in the day, these were all randomized. A lot of runners would kill their runs because they would go for a 1 in 6 chance there, and then they'll lose 20 seconds or something not being able to get the right RNG. This guy named Sonal2Luck went into Silent Hill streams. One day he came into mine when I was playing Silent Hill 2. And he typed the 4-digit number in the hospital, which that's a 4-digit randomized number. No one's been able to guess that. I told hey, no, you can't guess that. They thought I didn't think anything of it. And then he was exactly right, and I was terrified. Because when someone tells you a 4-digit randomized code, and it's true in a game that shouldn't be able to do that, it's kind of terrifying. Anyway, this guy, Sonal2Luck, ended up leading to the creation of RNG manipulation. He told us how to do it. The community developed a tool, and now we can just know all the RNG and ended up breaking the game open. And this is actually the first run at a GDQ or SGDQ that has this trick. So it's pretty neat.
Yep. It's very handy.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Silent Hill.
Absolutely. Anyway, right now I'm actually swapping over to keyboard. This is going to be a very tough boss fight, and this is probably the one I'm stressing the most about. This is Eddie. We had his pizza earlier. We know all about Eddie. We need to go to the Great Night. I'm going to roll up my sleeves a little bit here. I'm going to get adjusted because I need to hop over to keyboard. It's actually weird. Sometimes you hop over to keyboard, sometimes you don't. Anyway, the fight. We're going to get the Great Knife out, and we're going to wait for him to either hit us or walk away. He hit us, that's fine. I'm going to wait for him to stop moving. I'll then hit him with a great knife. I'm going to let him move around a little more. And then we're going to hit him with a great knife again. Ooh, that was actually really close.
Ooh, nice.
We're going to heal, and part 2 is coming up right now. Someone would like to explain this?
Yep. So I have a gripe with this guy. The reason why is for this trick, we actually have to lock him in a specific position. We do that by kind of just jutting top right
Eddie?
into the hook. Sometimes he gets lost and he doesn't know what to do. He's super indecisive. He knows what pizza he wants, but apparently he is just roaming. We need to swing at him a couple of times. If he is locked here, we are good to go.
Maybe. Hold on. Oh, Eddie.
Occasionally, he just move around in circles, and especially as he has less
He's
HP.
dead.
Yep,
Awesome.
there he goes.
Oh,
But as he has less HP, he also has a phase where he will also start retreating as well,
he's too
periodically
busy
between
looking for
attacks.
Yep.
Also, I apologize really deeply for people who play this on the original PS2. For some reason, all right, if you never play this on PS2, on hard mode, the boat requires you to do this thing where like the left analog stick is the left row, the left oar, and then the right one's the right one, and then you need to go across this lake. You can't see what's going on. On PC, it doesn't matter if you hold up right and just hold W the whole time. It just works. So you kind of bypass one of the hardest mechanics in the game by just having the PC port. They didn't count for keyboard, so it's pretty easy. Also, dumb fact, and I love telling people about this, this is actually based on your movement speed for the boat. So if you equip the great knife before going to the boat, it goes at the speed of the great knife.
which is terribly slow.
It's like he's using the great knife for oars, which that's a funny image to think about. It's two great knives just paddling water, and it's a knife. It's not gonna be that good, right?
What was the time, like the boat time with the great knife?
Oh god, it was like I think like 2 minutes, or like a minute and a half or something like that.
God.
Like normally it's like 50 seconds. It's like a good 40 seconds time loss if you decide to equip the great knife there, which you wouldn't because that's gonna be dumb.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna get to the hotel really quick. We haven't had one in a bit, so how about you get a quick donation?
Absolutely. I have a $50 donation from Estelle that says having GDQ to watch in the background while working the night shift this week has been really helpful in getting through the work. Looking forward to seeing the dog ending and hopefully the StarCraft bonus campaign. As a reminder, we are at $6,980 out of $20,000 for that Zerg campaign bonus mission. So when you donate, go ahead and make sure that you're putting it towards that if you would like to see more of that.
Alrighty, so now comes one of the most fun tricks in the game. This one has been here for a bit, but we're gonna be doing the out of bounds. There's a few methods for this, and I'll say right now, I have a bit of a goofy method. Most people, what they'll do is they'll probably just run into the wall here and try to go down. But I do a very particular manipulation where I see James's feet. I try to position him nice and easy, and then, oh, I did not get it. I hope I don't mess this up too badly. And we're good. All right, so I've now fallen through the ceiling. We're gonna be going all the way over here. I can drop the Too Dark to Read the Map. I'm gonna be looking out for a couple things. The first thing is there's gonna be like a random load. It might be a black screen, might be something else. If that happened, there it is. There's just Eddie. Oh, hey, look, Eddie's back. But then I'm gonna see a door. From here, I'm now going to be going bottom left. I'm swapping my angle. I'm on keyboard the whole time for this because you want as straight movement as possible. And then there we go. And then we can just go right in. And what that has done is normally in this game, there's a section you would have to remove all of your weapons in order to get here. It's supposed to be oh, spooky. And we don't want to do that because losing all my stuff and having to get it back takes time. So we merely just clip through the wall, and now I have all my gear when I should not have all my gear.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it takes a long time to put everything into the closet that it wants you to put in, so keeping it all in one place is kind of nice. Let me just keep it.
Absolutely. Plus, going to that room also just physically takes time.
Oh, yeah.
You have to like walk over to the room. This way, it's literally on the way. We can just go right here, and then we're good to go. Also, to play it safe, I'll be grabbing an additional med kit. There's one right down here. It's pretty free. And I want to do this because the final boss rush is going to be immensely rough. It is pretty brutal. No, it's funny enough, you don't need the flashlight here because normally they take it away, and there's actually a neat thing where the final puzzle is getting these light bulbs, which, hey, light bulbs in a can. What a delicious snack.
Yeah, it's a light snack.
That was my...
Light and crunchy.
Light and crunchy snack.
I had my puns stolen from me. But you know what, Kat? I think that was a bright idea.
God.
I had to come up with a new one. I said that in the practice room, and I was so excited. It's like, yeah, light snack, and I made them groan earlier. Then, oh.
It's fine.
But yeah, like I was saying, the flashlight doesn't work in that room. You need the light bulb. It's kind of weird, but you know, it works. Anyway, we're going to be hitting the famous briefcase puzzle. Normally it's to be randomized. By now you probably know the drill. I don't need to repeat it much more. But just to let you know what the word is, it's going to be the word dose. It is dose. Normally it's like what? I think night, but get out of the way. It's like 19 combinations.
Pardon me, excuse me.
Like,
let me throw it by.
Is it 19? 18, 19? It's a lot. Many. It's many combinations.
Yeah, it's about, I think it's like 23 options or something like that.
But this way...
23, 25, something like that.
Yeah.
All I remember is that the Silent Hill wiki lists a number that is not correct, and Punchy infamously calls that out. So I want to give shout-outs to Punchy. You've done a lot for the grinding of Silent Hill 2.
It really has.
Yeah. Anyway, now that we have the key, we can now go on to the finale. We're actually getting right to the back half of this game. We're going to be using those music boxes we found. We'll have a very minor trick coming on up, to which we're going to be using these first off. Also, hey, I didn't get the weird thing with the game, like sometimes I'll move James during that. But I'm going to play the music box. I'm going to hit the game saved. I'm going to just walk over here. That'll position me just a little bit closer to the store so I don't have to wait. And then we'll make sure we grab the key on the way back, because this spawned a key. At this point, we're going to be hitting the very end. We're going to be learning the big twist of this game, which this might be kind of surprising, and it gets more and more surprising as the years go by. I don't know how many people watching can recognize this, but the twist of this game was that at one point in time, VHS was a format.
No way.
I can't believe it. It's,
You don't
it's shocking. Anyway, right now, wait, did Mike plug back in? What are you doing?
Controller, hello? Excuse me?
Okay,
there we go.
weird. Anyway.
Oh, we're saving?
I do need to make a save. This is for the incentive.
Okay,
At this point, this is
okay.
going to be done. This will be for later.
So we're actually saving.
Yes, this is an actual save, a hard save we'll be making, because all you kind people donated for the dog ending.
Well, it did say to save anywhere.
That it did. We'll be getting back to that when the run is done. However, we have the final bosses, which this is going to be probably my favorite part of the run and why I love running this category. We're going to make the final bosses, I would say trivialize them, but they are still very difficult, even with the strats we're going to be doing. Anyway, as we creep our way into the game's finale, Nichole, why don't you hit us with a couple more donations before the end of this run?
Absolutely. I have $25 from Walking Dead that says, donating $25 for my favorite Pokemon, number 25, parking lot. Thank you so much for your donation. I have $50 from Locklow that says, same gaved. Thank you so much. I have $25 from Anonymous, love GDQ, good job, Eck, and all the staff and runners. Thank you so much for your donation. And I have one that's $25, VBot, I love to relax in the quiet. A silent chill, how dare you? $50 from V, the most silent of hills, the most speedy of runs. Thank you so much for your donation.
All right. So at this point in time, we have, met up with the story plot lines that we're ignoring, and we're going to be going into the final bosses. So the final boss is actually two bosses, which, I guess three bosses? More than one. And this is going to be an infamously difficult fight. This is the dual Pyramid Head fight. The idea behind this is that they hit hard. It is two Pyramid Heads. However, I am going to hit hard as well. So I'm going to be getting out the Great Knife. I'm actually putting out the controller. I don't care if it's unplugged anymore. We're now going to be going into tank controls. I'll be playing the rest of the game on keyboard and mouse. So we have to go into tank controls. Also, I'm going to heal for safety. We have to go into tank controls because for some reason, if you don't do this, you can't do this trick. So by getting into this corner using the Great Knife, I'm going to bounce it off the wall. I'm hitting the Pyramid Heads in one swing, doing immense damage, and the backswing, doing even more damage. I'm getting them stuck here. They can never attack me, and I'm going to be doing a lot. The downside of this trick is that if you do not get this position exactly right, they really hurt. The spears take a long time. I have spent so much time in this fight. At one point, I have beaten these hard mode Pyramid Heads with only a plank. I routed that. I was the first person to ever do that. Why? I thought it would be funny. So now they drop their eggs. All Pyramid Heads lay eggs. That's just how it goes.
So they're chickens.
They might be. Chickens aren't the only things that lay eggs. They can be like, I don't know.
I mean, chickens make sense because he ran away earlier.
That's actually, you got me. That's fair. That is fair. But we're going to be using this, and with hard mode as well, we're already in tank-controlled mode, so we'll be good. There's actually a fun thing here, too, because normally you would have this really sweet speech at the end of the game with your wife. One, we're barreling through that. Two, I'm keeping up game save the whole time, because if I don't do this, the game will actually, trip me into the final wall. Tripping's still active, and it's, for some reason, active here, too. So I'm just going to be hitting game save the whole time.
Enjoy your trip.
No, we're good. See? We're good.
There you go.
Also, tripping is active here, and I cannot save, so hopefully we'll move properly. We're going to be moving in this weird strafe movement, because if we do not do this, I'll actually show it off. James will constantly be pausing. But this way, no, we can just, skedaddle our way through here. This weird, barbershop quartet thing.
Ragtime gal.
Yeah, it's like that. What was that frog? That frog has a name, right?
Yeah. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
There we go. Oh, there's the trip.
Oh.
All right, so now it's time for the final boss, and this is the worst fight in the game. This is Mary, my wife.
My wife. Our wife.
My wife.
So someone will explain this fight for me, please.
Sure. So basically, Mary here is going to be unloading a bunch of bats, having this weird tentacle coming from under her, and she will either grab you, hit you, or, send bats after you. So basically, you want to get her into a position where you can overhead her with the great knife. You want to do this quite a few times. And as you can see, the bats are relentless. So, you kind of have to take your patience with it. Usually you'd want to make sure she's over the bed because that allows the tentacle to not really hit you as much, but the bats will still get you. So yeah, that's essentially it. And it's just a lot of, come back here.
It is a rough fight.
Back here.
Even more so, the damage is random. Because damage in this game is based both on proximity and the ability to counter hit. So if she attacks me at her back, that's really good. As well, I haven't really talked about why I'm looking at this bed. If you don't look at this bed, while the bats are bad, what's worse is her ability to just command grab you. Now, last year I played in a Street Fighter 6 tournament, and I lost to grapplers. I don't go well against grapplers in the slightest.
Same.
And it's brutal. She just will do a bunch of your health. It actually has the ability to kill you immediately on red. That's the attack right there. See?
There it is.
I got command grabbed.
Yeah, that grab is awful. And if you're in the red, if you see the cross onto the screen, she can basically 1KO you. It's not a fan
All right,
time,
everyone
but
ready?
there you go.
And time.
Time.
Woo!
GG.
Good job.
So we'll go through ending here. We'll see what our official time that we got according to this game. But that was Sonal 2. We do have a little bit more coming up. We got a 45:02. That was pretty good for marathon estimate. A lot of fun stuff here. And yeah, that was Sonal 2 hard mode.
Nice. Good job.
So really quick, just to talk about a couple of things. Number 1, saves, 2,708. If you picked that number, I'm proud of you. You did good. 2, really quick, before we do go to the dog ending, I just want to say thank you all for watching this run. Thank you for donating for the bonus run. I hope you did enjoy it. I do a lot of Silent Hill games personally. At one point, I have ran through every single game in the franchise, including PT. It has taken me over, about 11 hours? All of them. There's a lot of games. I love the series. It's great. I do more of this, so check me out at Ecdycis somewhere there, right? Anyway, before we go, you all paid for something. We're going to get it.
Good dog, good dog.
Good dog, good dog.
Good
Come on,
dog,
you can do this.
good dog, good dog, good dog, good dog. Let's see, Mira.
So, as you all remember, we made the save in the middle of the game. But, oh wait, I'm still in tank. Get out of tank controls. Get out of that. Why am I in tank controls?
Where we're going, that doesn't matter.
Wait. You know what? There. Of course. Anyway, it is now time.
The good dog.
There he is, the goodest boy.
I can't believe it's the second dog speedrunner of GDQ.
Phenomenal.
I didn't know Peanut Butter was doing another run.
You know, it's also Shiba Inu. Isn't Peanut Butter Shiba Inu?
Yeah.
Omae no shiwaza datanoka.
Oh.
Aww,
See, the dog just beat James at getting world record in Sonal too.
baby. Aww. This is a good doggy.
Everyone ready?
Now for the best song.
I have no idea we're going to do this, but we'll figure it out, won't we?
Now, are those the official lyrics, or?
How about we clap?
While we clap to this best song, I'm going to do a quick reminder. Our Zerg campaign bonus mission is at $7,316 out of $20,000. If met, 7th Ace will complete the bonus mission unlocked after Zerg Mission 9, where you get to play as Protoss after the StarCraft Brood War run. Now back to clapping for Dog Song.
The song is very long.
That's a song entirely made of barking.
Very cute.
They have a lot to say.
You know, I am listening to every word.
There's art in those lyrics, let me tell you.
There's also pizza.
There's also a $10 donation from Paxton that says, Ecdycis, 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 Ecdycis. Great run. Thank you so much for your donation.
I feel really sorry for the next runner. Because nobody's going to be clapping because everyone's hands hurt right now.
I clapped enough.
Just so much clapping going on.
And there it is. The dog ending.
The dog ending.
And Silent 2. Thank you all very much. I've been Ecdycis. I hope to see you again sometime. And thank you for listening to Silent 2, and thank you for watching. Enjoy GDQ.